Good evening, and welcome to State of Mental Radio. I am the intellectual ᴛᴏᴅᴅ𴇅, and tonight I'm going to be discussing movements, black leaders. What happened to them? What happened to the black leaders, the real black leaders, like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, like Noble Drew Ali, like Marcus Garvey, right? Hell, the last of their kind was people like Dr. York. He was the last of a dying breed. And what we're trying to accomplish in the State of Mental, I'm trying to pick up in my own good time. You know, these movements disappeared, and the vision and the reason why everybody came together to form these movements, these communities, these organizations, these nations, states, societies, whatever, is because we had a key focus on the evolution of our people. We had a key focus on doing better or wanting better for our children, because it was simply something that we could not get here readily in the society. See, when black people are denied something, they tend to come together based on being denied. They tend to work together. They tend to come together stronger, harder, and stand for something. But first you have to take things from black people. You have to deny them things. You have to shut them out and force them to do for self, which is a damn shame. It's a shame. Fast forward to today, you see this with black people, where black people are under this illusion where they think they have something in society. They have something in the society. They think as long as they got their cell phones, as long as they got a little bit of money in their pocket, they got a job, they got their creature comforts met, they can listen to all the hip hop they want, smoke all the weed they want, just basically be undisciplined people, sloppy people, then they good. That's the black man's mentality. That's the black woman's mentality. They good, right? They don't want to come together for the evolution of their people. In fact, they don't look at, like I said, they got the mentality of this we are the world mentality, where we just here in this society and we all together, we all in this together, and that's not true. That is just not true. Black people are always slow to see where wagons are circling around the camp. What do I mean by that? I said when wagons circle around their camp, you see the Jews circling around where they got their communities, right? All over the place. Nobody says to the Jews, well, why don't you include the blacks? Nobody says to the Italians, when you can't go in their neighborhood, they'll chase you the hell up out their neighborhood. Why can't I come in your neighborhood, live next door to you? Nobody says that to the Irish or whoever, the WASP, they don't want you next to them, or the East Indians or the Mexicans, who you can't go in their neighborhood, or the Asians. You can't go in their neighborhood. You can't do nothing, get nothing from them. You can't live next to them. That's not going to happen, right? They circle a wagon around the camp. They form communities. They form little nations, little societies, little groups, and little organizations and movements for the betterment of themselves. What do black people do? Nothing. That's how everybody's able to feed off of black people. That's how everybody's able to come in your community and use you like a $2 hoe, right? Got you going in the Arab stores, got you going in the Chinese stores, got you going in all of these stores, got you losing your houses and your property to them, walking around, like I said, because they know you're not on point. They know y'all not together for nothing. They know. They know our people are disunified, disorganized. And the reason that is because black people today have a lazy, sluggish, undisciplined, uncooperative mentality. And that was promoted by today's hip-hop. People always say, you always bashing on the hip-hop music as the excuse. Yeah, I am, because it helped to promote that. It helped to promote this individualism. It helped to promote that, oh, we don't need no more leaders, or we don't need no more organizations. And most of the Negroes are saying that nonsense is only mad because they're not the ones that can lead people. They're not the ones who are willing to follow and be a part of something. You understand? They want to be uncooperative. They don't want to work together. They don't want to soldier up. They got this ego and this mentality, but then when some, like I said, when a Trayvon Martin happens, when 4 little girls get blown up in Birmingham, Alabama, right? When all these things befall our people, then they want to get mad, they want to get upset, they want to talk about the white man is the devil, they want to get all into this rant and this rhetorical rant, black power this, black power that, all slogans that don't mean nothing. All just a bunch of talk, right? They want to Ashe and Hotep their way through life. They don't want to come together collectively because they don't really care, nor are they focused on the future. They just want to smoke their weed, listen to hip-hop, and talk some nonsense, or be about nothing, while everybody else in society is winning. They coming together collectively. They've circled the wagons. They've woken up. The black man and black woman still don't get it. They still got this we are the world mentality. Or, yeah, you know, you right, brother, but I can't sacrifice what I think I got in this society. You know, yeah, brother, but I can't really, you know, it's just I can't really, yeah, right. Because our people are unwilling to cooperate. They are unwilling to work together. See, back in the day when you had people like Marcus Garvey and them, you know, our people were willing to come together because they didn't have anything. See, they wasn't under this illusion like today where, you know, black people can go to the movies and sit with white people and, you know, they can go to Starbucks and they can buy weed and they can listen to the new mixtape, Red Cafe mixtape, whatever the hell they listen to, Lil Wayne or whatever they listening to, right? They can lay up. They got cable. They got jobs, you know what I'm saying? And that's the life to them. That's all they really need. They're good. They just live a life of consumption, consumerism. They're not about nothing. They're not a part of nothing. And they're happy with that. They don't even know they're on the bottom. And they're going to remain on the bottom. And they're not willing to raise up collectively. They're not willing to do that. They're not willing to come together in the name of something and put away their egos. They're not willing to do that. They say, oh, we don't need no leaders. I'm my own leader. You're not your own leader. Knock it off. That's the favorite slogan of you niggas in the conscious community. I'm going to just say it just like it is. That's your favorite slogan. We don't need no leaders. I'm my own leader. You ain't leading nothing. You're not even leading yourself. Because every day you get up out of bed, you going to somebody's job, or you going on the corner to hustle, you going to sell your CDs, you got a peddler's license, or you have to ask these police or whatever government agency is over that allows you to stand on the corner and make a living, and you have to pay some form of taxes. You going through systems in this society, you're obeying laws, so you're following the American system. So you are following something. Like I said, you're not free, and you're not your own leader of anything. You're following the American system. So knock it off. Knock it off. And I'm going to just say it like this. The only reason you Negroes is out here obeying the so-called law, or obeying, is because you're afraid of the white man. You're afraid he's going to lock your ass up. Because if tomorrow, if you want to do you, or you say doing you is being free, if you knew you could walk inside of a bank and take money and walk out, a lot of you Negroes would have did it already. But the only reason you follow the law and obeying, you ain't out here robbing and stealing, is because you're scared of the white man. You're scared he's going to lock your ass up or shoot you down. That's why you do it. So you following him. You following his laws and rituals and customs. So don't come off that nonsense about, oh, I don't follow nobody. Yes, you do. You follow the law, or else you wouldn't be out here in the street. Don't act like it's because you some law-abiding citizen, or because you Negroes won't steal. You'll steal because you want to pay for your Louis and your Gucci and your $20 fitteds, or your $30 fitteds and your $200 sneakers that you got a taste for. And you follow that fashion trend and craze. So you're following something. You following something every time you light up a blunt. You following something every time you put on a mixtape. You following something every time you pay your taxes. So don't give me this nonsense about I'm my own leader. On what planet are you your own leader? I'm doing me. There is no you. You doing what they put out for you to do. So you're following something. You ain't doing nothing in this society to help your people. You're doing nothing to raise the intelligence of your people. Right? See, but when you have, and then you got the nerve, a lot of these Negroes, they got the nerve to come in the name of Marcus Garvey or come in the name of Noble Drew Ali or the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and act like, oh, yeah, well, you know, we trying to resurrect their movements and what they did. No, you're not. You're not trying to do what they did. You're not trying to do what they did. You're just trying to be you want to be a leader or a false teacher and you want to make money. That's what you're trying to do. You want to be the leader of something. You want to be a part of something where all the women at and with money being gathered for fake birth certificates and fake IDs and all that madness. So it's because the hustle continues. A lot of you Negroes that's in the Moorish thing, a lot of y'all even in the Nation of Islam, a lot of you young cats that's in, with this Pan-African stuff, y'all got a hip-hop mentality. And what's part of the hip-hop mentality? That hustle and flow mentality, that get over on each other, get some shorties, you know what I'm saying, smoke some weed, basically not taking life seriously. That's what it's all about. And you carry it into those organizations and those movements that those great men left behind, and you are disgusting. You young, this generation that's upholding these things, you're disgusting. I'm going to just say it like it is. That you can take what those men sacrificed their lives for, like Garvey, like Noble Drew Ali, Honorable Elijah Muhammad, sacrificed their life for, and you can stand up there and act like, oh, you know, I'm representing what they represent. No, you're not. No, you're not. It's just a style and a fad, and it's something you're doing for now because you like the little fezzes on your head, right? You like the sisters that come out to the meetings because all that stuff in reality is nothing but a social gathering. That's all it is. You like the shorties that come to the conscious community meetings with the fat behinds and the naturals. That's why you there. You ain't there for nothing else. Or you trying to sell something or hustle something. Minister Inky, con man, hustler, with a machine that tests all your vital signs and whatnot in 10 minutes, really? Something that they don't even have at the doctor's office? That's why you there. Right? You sit up here and you uphold Egypt and talk about Egypt. And you got these Negroes now, certain Negroes that got reverend in front of their names talking about Egypt and Egypt this and Egypt that, and everybody got an ankh on. Right? Yet you don't, it's nothing, and you walking around with African clothes on with dreads and all this other madness, and you a reverend, and you still got a Caucasian name, but yet you representing Egypt. Right? Yeah, right. Right. Those people, you promoting the message, you conscious cats, you promoting the message that, we shouldn't join no organizations or come together. That goes against everything that so-called Kemites, the ancient ancestors that you talk about, stood for. That goes against everything they stood for. They stood for law, they stood for order and government. That's what our people stood for. Structure, order, nation. That's why you had a pharaoh and his queen. You had the priest of Amun. You had the military, and you had the people who were working. That's a nation. That's an ancient government. So why are you not trying to establish no ancient governments or no present day governments? Why are you not trying to structure up? Why are y'all not trying to structure up for the future of your babies, for your community? Why are you not building schools, things like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad did when he built the University of Islam from grade 1 to 12? See, because that was a living pharaoh in this day and time. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, that was a living pharaoh, right? A builder. People like Dr. York, builders, writers, teachers, real people who are trying to continue the building of a nation, the movement of a people, the evolution of a people. Because everything that our people tried to put together, whether it was Garvey, whether it was Drew Ali, though they came and they didn't, they were in a part of the stage of evolution, and they didn't have all the answers in the bigger picture. They were trying to build something to keep our people together until an answer came. That was their part in the puzzle. So the continuation goes on from people like Garvey to Noble Drew Ali to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad to Dr. Malachi York, and it continues on. It continues on. What we're trying to do in the state of mentality and raising the intelligence, the minds of our people in this day and time. Because we know nation building, community building is real. It has to happen. You understand? It has to happen. Somebody got to give a damn within the race. Somebody got to care. Somebody got to not have their heads up in the damn Dre beats and smoking weed all day and just going sitting up in some classes, listening to some Negroes say the same thing over and over again and talk about Egypt this and Egypt that. You guys that push this whole Egypt thing, you old timers, you elders that was pushing this Egypt thing. Why, if you care so much about Egypt and you love Egypt and our ancestors, why wasn't you trying to establish a movement out of those people, those young people that came in? Why wasn't you trying to promote that in our people? No, you know why you're not trying to do that? Because y'all not leaders. Y'all just historians. You don't know how to lead your people. You're not built for it. So because you're not built for it, you're going to tear down anybody else who was meant to lead their people. You're going to promote that disunity in people because you know if more people are listening or not listening to that person who comes to lead, that means more people ain't listening to you. More people ain't sitting up in your conferences listening to you say the same thing over and over again about Egypt and with your fake dashikis and your BS onks on. Now, people think I'm taking a shot at the conscious community, but I'm actually not. I'm not taking a shot at them people. But I think it's sad that you have a lot of people who come there and they're looking to be enlightened. They're looking to be a part of something. And they end up spending most of their life trapped up following y'all madness, right? Listening to the same thing, coming to the conscious gatherings to just to have be a fashion show and something to do because y'all replaced the conscious movements and the conscious gatherings with the club. You understand? It's just something to do, something that you not to really take seriously. But you had people like Garvey who took it seriously. You had people like Noble Drew Ali who took it seriously. They wasn't standing around trying to hustle no fake birth certificates and hustle no fake passports and IDs. They was really trying to work for the evolution of our people. Like I said, though a lot of it was misguided and they was trying, and a lot of it was misguided, but they meant well. They meant well. They were sincere, unlike these people today. Like I said, you can thank hip-hop for that because hip-hop promoted that hustle mentality in our people where we not sincere with each other no more. We play games. It's all about getting over on each other. It's all about being uncooperative. It's all about disrespecting each other. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. You understand? That's what it's all about. It's all about just disrespecting one another. You understand? Oh, he ain't telling me what to do. I ain't following nobody. That's that slave mentality, but you'll follow the white man. You follow him in his society every day. And once that civil rights thing came on board, like I said, you Negroes followed them in abundance because that's what they used to break up black organizations. Same tactic that the white man used to break up the Negro leagues, the Negro baseball leagues, was the same tactic he tried to use to break up black movements like the Nation of Islam, like Garvey's movement, like Noble Drew Ali. Same thing. What they do is just give you Negroes a few creature comforts, give you some rights, give you a few things that you want, and y'all don't need to be part of no movement no more. You start saying stupid things like, what's this for? What we need to do this? Well, when the white man, like I said, they utilize everything in the system, and they get more out of it than you, yet they still have their little communities that's separate from everybody. That's about the serious business of coming together and representing and being about their people. There could have never been no young Jewish kid shot down by anybody. All those Jewish men would have bum rushed everything like they supposed to. They would have stood up like men. Like men. Unlike you black men today. If you ain't got your head up some woman ass, or you sitting around here with a blunt in your mouth, listening to some ignorant hip-hop, being a zero in the hood. We taking you black men to task. Got to. Being irresponsible, being childlike in your mentality because you refuse to stand up like men, but you want to sit around and be a white man. It's his fault, right? Because you don't want to be men. It's his fault because you think somebody's supposed to take care of you. Somebody owe you something. You understand that? It's his fault you're not taking care of your children. It's his fault that you're not building schools for your children. He's stopping you from that, right? The white man is the devil, right? He's stopping you from building schools for your children. He's stopping y'all from coming together. Oh, well, you know, that's the patented answer with the so-called conscious Negroes and these Negroes that, oh, well, you know, if we come together, you know, organizations always get infiltrated and the leader always get killed and this, that, and the third. So what does that mean? So what? So that means we're supposed to stop coming together and staying together and sticking together as a people? We're supposed to stop. You understand that? We're supposed to stop? Or we're supposed to get stronger? Because it's going to come a time in this country and in society and on the planet where all we're going to have is each other. That's it. You already out the outcast, but the black man too stupid to see that. The black woman too stupid to see that. While she's sitting up here buying hair from the Koreans and all these other people who don't like her, all they want is your money. In other words, hurry up and buy and get out the store, nigga. Hurry up and buy. While you buying your fur, while you black men, y'all sitting around here in the Arab store calling Ali your brother, and he getting yeah, you right, my nigga. That's what Ali in the Arab store talk. How they talking to y'all, and y'all think he cool with y'all. You think he like y'all because he got a damn fitted baseball cap on his head. You think he cool with y'all. You think that's your man in them. Ali and them, that's your man in them. They come over from Yemen or Arabia or wherever they come from. They got a fitted baseball cap on, and you sitting up in their store. You understand? Trying to sell drugs out of their store, but let the police run up in there and whatnot. Like I said, they'll act like they don't even know you Negroes, and they taking y'all off the jail. Ain't going to do nothing to them. But that's your mentality. You want to do all kinds of negativity and ignorance and evil out here on the populace where you're not even fit to lead your people or be a part of anything that's positive or has potential to move our people forward. But yet you out here existing for what? What are you black men out here existing for? Just taking up space. That's what you up here, just sitting around here playing to ride through the hood in $80,000 cars that you got from selling drugs and whatnot to play ignorant hip hop or try to make the next mixtape. That's what you black men on the planet for, right? To make the next mixtape. See how much weed you can smoke, how many shorties you can talk to. Well, you brothers who still have your minds left, who haven't smoked your minds out, who haven't sat around here getting caught up in this stupidity with the ignorant black man, it's nation time, real nation time, not fake nation time where certain people gathering up a bunch of money, been gathering up money for all these building funds for years, yet nothing gets built. You understand? Real nation time. And a real nation is going to subsist of an intelligence level. No more religion. No more religion. We can't build no nations in the name of religion no more because that's too much damn confusion, and it comes from the white man and the other races anyway. We can't build no nation in the name of no nations or no organizations or no societies in the name of Islam, Christianity, or Judaism. We can't because you see how it got our people messed up. It got Negroes up here arguing over a bunch of old Bible passages that don't even matter. They arguing over, well, Abraham had 2 sons. No, he had 5 sons. No, he had 3 sons. Well, he had a daughter. Maybe he had a daughter. And, in the tribe of Ishmael, who cares? Who cares? And your sons is out joining gangs. But you so worried about what Ishmael or Isaac or some characters out of a damn old, outdated book are doing. That's what you worry about. Or what some Quran says, some passage in some old Quran says about what some Arab did as he was talking to his people. That's what you care about. You don't care about what's going on in your community or with your people. You know why? The black man, he'll join the Arab community. He'll be a Muslim and be part of the quote-unquote Arab community. He'll be a Muslim with the people from Arabia, the Africans. They'll call them Muslim brothers and whatnot, and they'll all be together, and they'll stand together with other people, but they won't stand with their own. That's sick and sad. You'll stand with a bunch of foreigners, a bunch of people who will go back home and don't give a damn about you, who are only smiling in your face when you're spending money with them. Don't like you. They ain't no different than the white man. They don't like you, right? But you want to sit up here and you want to love everybody. You want to love everybody. And I'm not saying hate nobody. You ain't got to hate nobody. You ain't got to be against nobody. You ain't got to do no white man's the devil. See, because I don't do the white man's the devil thing. I don't do that. I don't hate nobody. Because it takes too much energy and it's a waste of time. Nor do I beg anybody for anything. Like land, like sovereignty, or whatever madness you think the white man gonna give you. You believe that. But he got a history of breaking promises and treaties and customs and codes or laws or bylaws or whatever y'all think y'all gonna get. See, that's a popular thing now. Just like how the 5% nation was popular back in the 80s. Everybody was a 5%. So now I guess everybody are more, right? It's just a fad. It's just something to do because y'all like to have all you sisters, y'all Moors now. Everybody's a Moor now. Everybody's an empress, right? Yet you ain't got no schools for your babies. Yet you on some job somewhere talking about you sovereign, right? Because, like I said, black people like to talk. It sound good. All of it sound good. But all we got after all that is going away, because it's going to all go away. It's all filtering out. You sisters, some of y'all starting to wake the hell up and see that it's nothing but a conscious hustle. It's nothing but a hustle and a scam, and that a lot of these brothers are out here trying to revamp these old organizations. That real men, real sincere brothers like Noble Drew Ali, real sincere brothers like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, real sincere brothers like Garvey left behind. Because they really sacrificed for their people. They were the sacrificial lambs. They put their life out there. It wasn't no thing where they was trying to get some shorties or get some money or try to be that nigga in the alley, trying to be that man up on the platform talking slick, trying to set up some spiritual BS so you could take people money, talking about some land scams and hustles as if that's going to help our people. Acquiring wealth, that's going to help our people. No, what's going to help our people is making sure they're mentally right, fixing the minds of our people, correcting their thinking, the ones who want correction, the ones who want to think in a logical stream of thought. That's what's going to help our people. Not some Negro sitting around here talking about, all we need is some razzle dazzle and some money and some land and all we need is some sovereign papers. All we need to do is put on some African costume and some ankhs and whatnot. You Negroes are ridiculous. Or you walking around here with weight belts on, talking about you going back to Israel in a space, some ships coming down to take y'all back to ancient Israel. Some madness. Because you black men don't want to stand up and deal with the future, or you black men don't want to stand up and deal with the future. You know different than the black woman in the damn church crying and screaming for Jesus, right? While her son is out here being a homo, or her daughter out here being a slut. I'm gonna just be real with it. I'm not trying no holds barred, raw and uncut, right? Her daughter pregnant at 15 years old. Maybe if you got your ass up out of the church, sitting around here praying, talking about nothing, and been a real mother to your daughter, she wouldn't have been like that. Maybe if you was part of a real society, a real nation, like the old Nation of Islam, when them MGT sisters put it on them young sisters who wasn't acting right, where they had extended mothers and where there was a sisterhood there and a real brotherhood there. Maybe if you was a part of something like that in this day and time, you wouldn't have to worry about your son walking around with his pants hanging off his ass, tight pants with tattoos all over himself and body piercings. Right, like some black rock version of damn Kiss, or your daughter's walking around here pregnant at 13 and 14 years old, and all the cats in the projects in the hood using her vagina like a public utility. Maybe you wouldn't have to worry about that. You understand? Maybe you wouldn't have to worry about that if you black men stood up and soldiered the hell up and manned up and stopped talking about, what you ain't gonna do and what you ain't following and what you ain't gonna be a part of, and I ain't nobody soldier, I'm my own leader. Nigga, you ain't nobody nothing. If you ain't helping in the evolution of your people, then you helping the beast. And like I said, keep our people down, because each man that ain't standing up, being protecting and being a soldier in our community, meaning being responsible for your family, coming together with the brotherhood, being together collectively. So when they say, yeah, we all over here, we mentalists over here, the mentalists over here, the state of mentalists over here, we over here doing this. We ain't sharing no religions with nobody. We ain't sharing no Islam with nobody no more. We ain't sharing no Christianity with nobody no more. We not putting up no images of no white people no more. No. We thinking for ourselves now. When you stand up on something like that, then you're saying something. When you come together behind a message like that, then you're saying something. Then you leaving something for your sons and your daughters to be proud of, that their father wasn't walking around with his pants hanging off his ass, or just going to his job every day 9 to 5 like a brain-dead idiot just to give them money, so they have to be around a bunch of brain-dead people. Because you black men think just because you go to work every day and you pay some bills and you give your kids some money and you keep a roof over their head and food in their mouth, that's enough. That's not enough. That is not enough. It ain't never been enough. No, they have to see living examples of brotherhood. The black man has to see living examples of brotherhood. The black woman has to see living examples of sisterhood, so she stopped this catty behavior where you black women walking around here with damn white women wigs on your head and Asian weaves on your head, and y'all in the damn club with slits up to your asses, and you fighting each other in the club acting like whores for some damn drug dealers. All tatted up. That's fun, right? That your daughter degrade herself, right? That's the world of the black woman. That's the mentality you want to push. Or you talk about, oh well, I tried to teach my baby that. You can't teach her nothing. You black women can't teach your daughters nothing, because your mind is messed up. You black men, you can't teach your sons nothing now. Not with no damn Dre beats in your ears and listening to some hip-hop and promoting disunity, and you ain't talking about bringing our people together. If you ain't talking like that, then you ain't teaching your sons nothing. You ain't talking about nothing. Or you sitting up in some conscious class listening to some nigga talking about spirituality and serious A and serious B. Nigga, are you serious? No, we need a real movement, a real nation. We need another nation of Islam, just without the Islam. That's what we need. We need another nation of Islam, just minus the Islam. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad had the right idea. Noble Drew Ali had the right idea. Garvey had the right idea. Dr. York had the right idea. But like I said, their origins all go back to Islam or Freemasonry, which we can't do no more. We can't do it no more. We have to go on our own intelligence in this new time. We're in the 21st century, in the year 2013. We can't afford to keep moving on the steam of somebody else's philosophies, doctrines, and beliefs. We can't do that no more. We can't do it. Been there, done that. Now what? What's next for the black man and black woman? You black men out here, like I said, if you ain't a part of nothing, if you ain't soldiered up, then you ain't about a damn thing. If you black men ain't soldiered up, and I'm not talking about being soldiered up in some damn gang somewhere where you niggas shooting each other down, stabbing and killing each other like a bunch of idiots. Because all that's going to do, once y'all done shot each other up, stabbed each other, and killed each other up, all you're going to do is end up in the damn penitentiary where you will continue the madness of stabbing each other up. For you old men, dying in jail, working for them. You got the idea of coming together, you young black men, but your mindset is messed up. See, when you talk like this, you don't get a lot. This show is not popular. These broadcasts are not popular because when the conscious Negroes come and they listen to it, they feel like, oh, I'm being preachy, or why he talking like that? How we going to come together? No, y'all ain't interested in coming together. You're not interested in coming together. You're interested in gathering and having a social event. That's what you're interested in. Y'all interested in a social event and ashaying and hotepping your way through goddamn life. While you go to your job 9 to 5 and whatnot, or 7 to 8 or 12 to 8 or whatever your job is, and you ashaying and hotepping black power your way through life. No, that's not going to get it for the next nation. That's not going to get it. Or you black power and get all black powered up and whatnot, and then, like I said, you right back out in the world, smoking your weed, talking about a bunch of nonsense. You're not living this life. or you looking for the next mind screw. You looking to get your mind blown, right? Just to get spaced out off of reading the same books. Yeah, we was once Egyptians, and then ᴛᴏᴅᴅ, and how great we was back in Egypt. And what the hell you doing now? Don't tell me nothing about no ancestors. The ancestors would be ashamed of you niggas. They'd be ashamed of you. These, like I said, these conscious Negroes walking around with dreads, all nasty dreads all on their head, twisted all up on their head, and matted, with African costumes on and ankhs on. Are you serious? That ain't how our people was walking around, talking about some vegan nonsense. That's not how our people was. They was real people. See, it took real people to put a government together, a nation together, a movement together. This ain't for the faint at heart. This ain't for the veggie chewing Negroes who got this we are the world mentality. Talking this madness, like certain people talking about, well, it's karma if you eat from an animal. Not saying I endorse eating animals. I don't eat beef, pork, lamb, and none of that stuff. We don't eat any of that in the state of mentality. We eat fish and birds. But what I'm saying is, when you talk like that, you hear the language. Oh, it's the karma of ingesting an animal. You sound like a white person. You sound like some dubbed-in version of a white man. That's their language. They the ones that care about the animals. Because they are animals. And you got an animal mentality too now, black man. Black woman, you got an animal mentality too. You're just like them. You're nothing but carbon copy versions of the white man. I told you that. That's why y'all won't get together and build and nation build and things like that, because y'all, as much as y'all sit up here and talk about black this and black that, it don't mean nothing to you. You only want to talk about blackness in the contents of what white people owe you. Or beat on the white man and talk about and blame them for what you have or what you don't have. That's the only reason you want to talk about blackness in that context. Or, like I said, you Moors and all you other cats, it's just a social gathering and some scam to sell you something, or hustle you. Like when I put that thing up there with Minister Inky, he sits up here and he tells everybody, he's posting, I'm talking about how I didn't take his little test and, how I refused to take his test because I got something to hide. Right? And, people like that, they going around from state to state, him and his partner Ali, they going around from state to state giving conferences and whatnot. Got this revolutionary fertilizer. Right? Then nobody know what's in it yet. It's patented and trademarked. Yeah, okay. You got a machine that tests people cholesterol and heart and rate and all this in 10 minutes? Well, wow, that sounds like an expensive machine. Where you get it from? What are your credentials? See, these are the things I asked Minister Inky, to which he gave me no answer. Then you wonder why I didn't let him test me on anything? Do you really think he was going to give people the real answer? No, he's going to tell you, I'm in the worst health, I got bad cholesterol, because you're trying to sell something. You're trying to hustle people. So you're trying to win. You're not interested in people's health. You're trying to get money. You understand? That's all you're interested in. You're not interested in trying to help nobody. You understand? Because when you came on my show, you was sitting up here browbeating people, arguing, being defensive, attacking people, because you got something to hide, obviously. What your machine? I asked them a simple question. Who makes your machine? What are your credentials to do this? How much does that machine cost? What's the name of the machine? I can't get no answer. Just let me examine you. That sounds like that nonsense L. Ron Hubbard used to do. L. Ron Hustler, a.k.a. Hustler. Him and his Scientologist people would do, where they'll get you hooked up to some damn machine and tell you, oh, well, your stress level is this. And this some machine they done made up. They got bells and whistles on it and all this other madness. Then they turn around and tell you, oh, well, see, your stress level's real high. But if you buy this from me, your stress levels get low. If you buy my book, your stress, we tell you how to do that. That's what that translates into. And that's what's in amongst our black people today. They got the same hustle and con mentality. Get money. Hustle and get money. That's the mentality. Right? That's why our people can't come together today. That's the whole thing. You gotta, and let me tell you something. You gotta identify the problem. These people talking about, I don't know if that was meant for me, complaining and identifying the problem. But like I said, I don't know, maybe it wasn't meant for me. But you gotta identify the problem. See, because the white man is not the problem. Our people are the problem. The white man is not the problem. Our people and their unwillingness to cooperate and come together, that's the problem. But it's easy to blame the white man for that. Willie Lynch, everybody. You know, it's always the white man's reason why we not, it's always his fault why we not cooperating and coming together. Okay, if you're smart enough to identify it as Willie Lynch, then why are you still hung up on that? Why are you still coming up here trying to fight against, when I try to come up here and talk about uniting our people, why? And a new mentality, a new mind state, and cutting away from the old and bringing in the new, which we advocate in the state of mental, raising an intelligence people, an intelligence community, or an intelligent thinking people who are advancing based on their own intelligence level, based in logic, forming a community like this. Why are not a lot of our people not engaging in this? Why do they want to hold on to the old things? Those people who came, those leaders that came, they came, taught what they had to taught, they taught what they had to teach, and that was it. They taught what they had to teach, and that was it. You understand? They taught what they had to teach, and that was it. We need to change. We need to change. We need something new. We need our own nation of Islam in the 21st century, which, like I said, just without the Islam. We don't need, like I said, what Elijah Muhammad and them did, that was of the 20th century. What Noble Drew Ali and them did, that was of the 20th century. What Garvey did, that was of the 20th century. It was not meant to carry over into the 21st century. We're supposed to be a new group of people, a new people with a new mindset, a new intelligence, a new nation. That started by us in our generation. We're not supposed to be trying to blow life into their old doctrines, because it was for those people at the time. Same way the Israelites look ridiculous trying to blow some life into some old dead doctrine, because they don't want to move on, because they can't make it in society, because they scared to stand up like men and be responsible. Like I said, they sit up here and call the white man a devil all day, but then they go to work for him. Why are you going to work for him? All you brothers standing around, all you brothers, like I said, you got hundreds of Israelites, state to state. You mean to tell me y'all can't pool your own money together and start your own businesses state to state, where you ain't got to work for the white man? Then they tell us nonsense about, oh, well, we wasn't meant to come over here and prosper. So what you going to do, keep working for the white man and hating it all at the same time? Or do you really hate it? Or do you love it? Because you damn sure a lot of you want his woman. A lot of you want his woman that you claim to hate him. That's funny. A lot of you want his women. I'm going to go ahead and take a call, even though it's 111. I'm going to go ahead and take a call and see if make sure it's not nothing. I'll go out on a limb here tonight. 111, you're on the air.
Right. Yeah, you can hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. How's it going, brother? How's it going, man?
All right.
I'm listening to the show. I called before, man. It's Yuri from the Virgin Islands. So you don't have to worry.
Okay, brother. How you doing? All right.
I'm all right.
I only said because sometimes we get crank calls that come in here with the 111. So yeah, but I remember you. How you doing tonight?
I'm all right. Yeah, it's just Skype, so that's how my number's coming through. Yeah, but I'm enjoying this part of the show, and then your last show about the dinosaurs and that, I didn't get to call you, so I'm just gonna ask you the question now. I guess it's related anyway. But basically, because you said that we are manifesting here, and then last night it was like you was using that premise, which is the human premise, that we came as a result of the dinosaurs' DNA, right? And then it said that the humans, they themselves say that the white man, he comes from like monkeys and animals, right? So in my mind, dinosaurs are still animals. You know what I mean?
They're not animals. They're reptiles. They're totally different species. Yet reptiles are hybrid. Excuse me, not to say hybrid, but your reptiles are natural water beings and earthbound beings. They are in your animals that were bred or hybrid, an artificial version of them came later out of their DNA. So that's the difference between the reptile and your animal. Your reptiles are your real inhabitants or dwellers of the planet, your water beings and your earthbound beings and whatnot, who are a carbonated manifestation of the first life of the first beings that walk the planet. They're not the same.
Yeah, when I was in school, it was just like all once they had blood or move with life or whatever, they just classed them all as animals, and then they broke down the class of animals into amphibians, reptiles. You know what I mean?
Well, they tell you if you look at any science book or anything else, like I said, they don't. The difference between your animals and your reptiles is the majority of your reptiles they move they move on two legs, and your animals move on four. Right.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. And then, so when you say we manifested here, you mean that we still go through a similar process like the white man? That's what you mean?
What do you mean? Like a similar process?
Because in my mind, like it was a DNA, an animal DNA was used and like evolved into the humans, right?
Mhm.
So you're saying that we from the almond race, we too went through this type of scientific transfer and evolution from the reptiles.
Mm-hmm. When our people came, the first life that was generated here on Earth was your reptiles. They were your first carbon beings. Right? Your reptiles are beings. Right? They were your first race of beings on the Earth. Your reptiles, your dinosaurs, and things like that. When they were destroyed off of the planet, and the almond beings came here, they didn't carry the same flesh tones and things like that. The flesh tones they took on when they came here came from the DNA that was in the earth, and that DNA was attached to their aura or their light force, which had a magnetic attraction to it, and that formed the skin on them, which you see in us on us right now, and that was that carbon coating that came onto us or attracted to us, because it had, these elements have that magnetic attraction, and it attracted to us, and it came on us as a coating on what you call skin or flesh. That was that reptilian DNA, because their DNA was in the planet. Once the almond beings destroyed them, where did their DNA go? It went into the planet. So when you see that, when you're talking about the dust of the ground, and those beings coming here, they're picking out, they're taking, or they're gonna what's moving through the atmosphere. Like I was breaking down the whole idea, the thing of dead skin being the dust that forms the skin on a fetus of a woman. While the fetus is growing in her body, the same thing happened with the reptilian DNA, because that was the dust that was in the air, that was the dust of the ground. It was their DNA. So what would naturally cover the first people that came here? What would they naturally end up becoming based on that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, makes sense?
Yeah, that's a different angle. Yeah.
The angle is the truth. Our people, the carbon coating we got on our skin is reptilian. It's a reptilian coating, because they were the first ones to walk the earth. They was walking the earth for millions of years, longer than man. So their DNA didn't just disappear off of the planet. It was still here, and it's still here now in us, and it's still in the earth as fossil fuel. They're still here. The DNA didn't go anywhere. True. And you could tell, like I said, that because the white man is a hybrid, the East Indian, the white man, and the Asian are hybrids, because you could look at their hair and you could look at their skin and tell that they carry the same fur as the animals.
Yeah.
The later animals that,
Mm-hmm. It's like the horse mane.
Mhm. The dog fur, the horse mane, it's all the same thing. They get fleas and ticks just like the animals. And it's not.
I
And
don't
let me
get.
say, this is not to take
It's not taking a shot. Nah.
It's
we're not
reality.
taking
This
a
is real.
shot.
This is real. The white man and
I don't know.
the East Indian, the white man, the East Indian, and the Chinese, the Asians, they get fleas and ticks in their hair because they got fur. It's not. I mean, it's real. They use flea and tick medication.
Real talk. I'll tell you. I used to have a white girlfriend, and she used to got spiders like living in her hair. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that's like something that happens, you know. But all right, I got enough from that. Now I'm just gonna make a shift to the sun is getting hotter. All the scientists are saying it now. The sun is getting like the earth, I should say. I don't know what it is, but there's more heat coming onto the planet. And then they're using this technology. It's called chemtrails, where they use these jumbo jets and fly them throughout the skies, forming artificial clouds. The problem is these clouds have they're filled with a type of metal, right? They're filled with very small particles. I mean, they look like clouds. They're not real clouds. They're actually tiny particles of metal that would bounce the light back into space and create a shelter on the bottom part closer to, people, basically. But these clouds, these particles eventually come down and contaminate the soil and the food. And you obviously you inhale, and you're inhaling particles. Now, what I found out doing some research is that they're using a nanotechnology to make these particles, and you're basically breathing in nanotechnology is going to be like in your system. So I know, like, you haven't gotten into this, like, I haven't heard you talk about this before, but with this, also on this point about nanotechnology, stopping the sunlight from coming in, I wonder if you could bring about the point, because what I'm trying to say is that tonight you're talking about a new people, not so-called black people uniting and working together, building a nation. We're not going to have a choice, because the whole system is going towards human modification. That's where they're going, DNA modification. That's where the popular secular or Babylonian system is going. So we as a race need to actually decide if we're going to go down that road, or if we're going to work together and create a new government, a new nation, as you're saying. So I wonder if you could, talk about those points in your discussion as you go on.
Okay. All right. Thank you, brother.
All right. Yeah. Thanks.
Those things, I'm going to get 512 in a second. Those things, we're talking about the nanotechnology and things like that, and what's going on in the soil. Like I said, we talk about these things, and, of course, they're making the soil infertile because they want masses of people to die off, right? And certain people are just useless eaters anyway. They up here taking up space and eating food for nothing, Our people, they go for a lot of our people. They go for people in general, black, white, whatever. The majority of the people, they don't serve no purpose, all right? So if they're not serving a purpose, then what's the sense in, feeding these people? What's the sense in doing anything for these people? Black people are not, the majority of our people are not contributing anything to society or to the world or to themselves. So you might as well take the people, the majority of the people who want to contribute something, who want to be about something, who are about the evolution of our people, and cause a separation in them, and take the ones of our people and form a new society or movement out of them, and the hell with everybody else. Because people playing games up here. People want to get their mind blown. They still not getting it. You understand? People want to get their mind blown. They want to hear black this and black that and black power this and Ashe and Hotep. Like I said, it's a fad. We're not up here playing no games. It's not a fad with us. They want to chase money, or they want to go to the conscience meeting to get some ass and all this madness. All this madness. They're not serious. They're not serious about the evolution of our people. So, like I said, we're not interested in coming together with every black person. We're interested in building a new community for our people because this is for our survival. This is our way of life. We're trying to live like this. We're trying to live like this, and the people, and like I said, this don't appeal. The idea this don't appeal to people who are undisciplined, people who still want to walk around with hair all over their face, who want to smoke weed, who still want to have their old nigga ways. So discipline and what I'm talking about don't appeal to the majority of the black race. It don't. All right. 512, you're on the air.
Hey, how you doing, brother, man? Because you just led up to the questions that I needed to ask you. I'm going to ask you a series of questions, you know what I'm saying? Can you hear me, first of all?
Yeah. Yes, I can.
Foremost. All right. Because last time I got with you, I was a little tired and lazy. My conversation was blah, blah, blah. But now I'm like, all right. It was one more question I wanted to ask you on that last episode, but on this one, I'm going to ask it to you in the beginning. We could answer that later. Like, how can we build together? You know what I'm saying? Because you said you're not trying to destroy or do nothing that the black race did. Okay, cool. But then some of these words that you're saying, it look like you're destroying some of the stuff that we trying to, like I told you, that we hold sacred to us. But so how can we build together, brother? Because we both wear the same color skin. We both coming up. We both talking to Amen. We both talking to one they call God, the highest power. You know what I'm saying? But like you have the Mentalians, we have the ingredients. Like this is a new language.
Stop. See, you coming up.
I'm right. I'm listening.
Don't, brother. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
And I'm you know, I don't, like I said, we actually out here putting in the work of raising our people up and whatnot. We not, like I said, there's the whole, we got the same color skin thing and we coming together based on that. We not doing that. We coming together based on that. But let me finish. Let me ask something. Let me finish,
okay,
brother.
All right.
We coming together based on the intelligence of our people and their willingness to cooperate. We don't want no weed smokers with us. We don't want no alcoholics. We don't want nobody smoking no damn holy water with us. We want disciplined soldiers, men and women who are disciplined and not caught up in the mentality of the submental ways of the society. We don't want to come together with those kind of people.
And and that's cool, cause now you answering part of the question, you know what I'm saying? But like, okay, you don't want to come together with them people, but because this is like a question of which came first, because you saying the Amen people were here first, the black people were here first, but the black people saying the black people were here first. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? You saying you need black people to come out to become the bright race, but like what I'm trying to explain, like. How do you feel about the bright people that you deal with that chose to live in the darkness? Like, you can't just be mad at them because they chose a certain lifestyle that they, all right, because, like, we understand the bright lifestyle and we understand the black lifestyle. Some of us chose to adopt some of them. Some of us know how to sacrifice and let shit go. Some of us, So do you destroy, do you get rid of that, or do you build onto it? Do you, like, work with each other, or do you just do away with something and just create something totally different? Because, like I said, with this English language that you speak and how you cause confusion, we have to go back and listen to what you were talking about with the bright race, because we know what you're saying. Well, I do at least, but with newcomers, you start talking about bright race, they think you talking about light-skinned people. Like, and I'm going to give you a scenario on how the bright race and the black race come together. What if you have a black race that's tied into the black mentality and they marry a bright woman? You know what I'm saying? Like, and they have a child together, a black person with a bright woman. What kind of child would that be? What kind of name would that be? What kind of language would it speak? The black race is not completely ignorant. Like I told you, I'm bright and I'm black at the same time. But is which side do I really choose? And do we do away with some shit, or do we hold on to some and build on?
If you gotta ask that question, like I said, what does that tell you? If there's a question on whether I still want to smoke weed, or I still want to smoke embalming fluid, or I still want to be drunk, I still want to not take care of my family, or I still just want to be a nigga in the hood, I still want to listen to ignorant hip hop. If that's a question, then you already answered that.
But the thing
we not trying to
consider that's ignorant. Some people, I could drink beer and listen to ignorant hip hop, and I'm holding down my family. I'm holding down my community. You saying black people don't have no order, no structure? I told, like, when it comes to the evolution, like, I came to you, and first I was ignorant, and you was talking some intelligent stuff, so I ran to you, and I'm like, ooh, what can I learn from this? We needed a dark-skinned model, I don't want to say elderly, but mature figure. For the you telling people about getting haircuts, keeping stuff clean, cleanliness is next to godliness. That's how the white people tricked us. They was keeping shit clean. You know what I'm saying? But,
okay, brother.
We had, no, hold on.
So that was white. That was white people keeping themselves clean, and that was tricking us. All right, brother.
No,
okay.
no. Look, brother. I'm not trying to fight with you. This is not me. Like I say, I come at you like, how can we build together? You telling me that the white race and the black race is not going to coexist, but guess what? It's already coexisting. A black man is having a conversation with a black man. The whole point is you're supposed to be moving over and evolving. That's the whole point, that our people are supposed to be evolving into the bright race, the ones of our people who want to move forward into the future, because there ain't no future with the black race. You know what I'm saying? And that whole mentality, there's no future with that black and white dynamic, and thinking that our people are going to be able to sustain or be depend on these systems that's set up for our people. We're not thinking like that. And we thinking into the future, so it's going to force our people to become more intelligent. It's going to force the ones of our people who are meant to become more intelligent, who can discipline themselves, not to partake in these things. The ones of our people where this is even a discussion, we're not talking to them. Where we got to sit up here and explain why we not smoking weed, why we keep our face clean, why we keep our head clean, and whatnot. If we got to sit up here and discuss that, if that's a problem with people, then you know what? We don't want to have no conversation with people like that. And I feel you on that, because look, you don't partake in these things, but there's certain people that do, and they're still here, they're still living. They chose to evolve.
Well, they can go. Okay. Well, you know what they could do? They can go and form their little black groups or whatever, and they stay over there. They go to their self. We're not dealing with that. We're not interested in what they talking about. Not interested.
But
I don't care. They want to keep living and evolving.
Like I say, we talking English, right? So when you say black and bright and white and this, until we make a new language, could you might be saying could you actually introduce new words from the Mentalian race, just like I introduced some new words from our race? But I don't want people to confuse me. Like, if they be like, oh man, that's too. No, I want people to know that me and you are two totally different races, even though we look the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we still might coexist one day. Like, I might actually be sitting and have a meeting with you, or you might not partake in the blunt. We sitting outside. Sitting outside, and I'll be smoking a blunt, having a real live conversation with you, and you teaching me something, and I'm teaching you something. You could pick up something from me, and I could pick up something from you. Are you trying to kill me, or are you trying to destroy me? That's what we trying to figure out.
I'm trying to.
Remember,
you know what I'm trying to do? You know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to avoid y'all.
But hold on, and that's cool, because I'm trying to avoid a whole lot of madness too. But don't try, just do it. Don't try, because try is one of those words.
We're going to avoid the ignorance wherever it comes from. I don't care if it's black ignorance, white ignorance, wherever. We're going to avoid ignorance wherever it came from. But listen, brother, I got other people on the line. All right, thanks for calling in.
All right.
All right, peace. All right, 901.
Yo, peace, Noob. How you, brother?
How you doing?
Man, I'm all right, man. Been down for a couple of days, so I'm just getting caught back up on my shows, and I just got through catching the show with you and Inky, man, and that was a wild night right there. But to touch on this topic right here, I think the brother, because I've been listening to you for a second, man. I've been listening to you longer, and that brother right there, man, who calls from Texas, I think that's where he calls from, and it's sort of like he's I want to say he got the right intentions, bro, but really he don't, because he don't want to make the sacrifice and step over. So here's the thing with me, man. I guess I'll just say it. Man, you can't bring niggas with you, man. So as long as you got that on your mind.
I already know that.
I
ain't trying to.
No, I ain't even talking about you. I'm talking about him. He's not catching on to the fact that you're separating the oil from the water. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not mixing, man. And it's like he's insisting upon bringing these submentals. But they ain't gonna make it through the needle eye, man. They ain't gonna make it, man. So you know what I'm saying? I put it like this, man. The brother might as well just go and accept the fact that it's not for him, and just gracefully, man. Rotate on to something else, man, that's more conducive to what he's trying to, he want to get with the bombs and the pimps and the hoes and the dope dealers and the crackheads, and, he want everybody to sit down, smoke crack, drink beer, and, do their little
smoke holy
thing.
water, smoke bomb, water, and all that. And I told him, and no disrespect to you, brother, but you said you wasn't even calling back no more before. Y'all talking y'all building weapons over there, and y'all was coming to get me because you got mad at the stuff I said. You understand? And you was talking like that. Now you want to keep talking to me. I'm like, part of him want to change, but the other part of him don't. I'm like, if then he talking about this new group of people he created called it whatever he said their name was. I'm like, okay, then you know what? Go and teach them. Set up your radio show. Go teach them. Go out there and get them and do that thing right there. I applaud you. I support you. I'm not hating on what y'all doing. We not dealing with that over here. It's nothing to talk about. You understand? We're not playing no games. We're not smoking no weed. We're not talking to nobody who's doing that. We don't want to have nothing to do with those people. We about change here. You understand? If you're not willing to change and to sacrifice, and we bring it in the state of mental, the mentalians, the mentalists, our mentalian language is coming in. We coming through. Like I said, if you're not trying to be part of this thing here, then we not. It's nothing to talk about. It's nothing to talk about.
I'm 2 months in, bro. I ain't smoked no weed, smoked no cigarettes, none of that in 2 months, man. And
don't you feel good?
Man, breathing so abundantly, man. And not only that, my thoughts don't get blocked. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I got a live stream now. You know what I mean? I don't have no gook and gunk and just phlegm just caked up in my brain. You know what I'm saying? Stopping me from receiving reception. And so I'm just trying to keep on pushing forward, man. I'm about to start running so I can pick my heart rate up, so I can speed up, man. And that type of cat, the reason why I call him, because that's the type of cat who I talk to every day when I try to explain to him what's happening and what's happening in our future. They so stuck on that madness right there, man. If they're insisting on trying to bring that over, I'm like, man, that's not making it through the gate, man. Why y'all keep trying to drag? Why you want to drag your 40 ounces in your blunts and shit through the gate, man? It's not gonna make it.
Yeah, they don't want to let go, man. They still following the white man. They talk about the white man. That all that came from the white man and all that madness. Just like Africa came from the white man, that whole Africa mentality and this nonsense of Africa and this, that. Our people can't let these things go. So how are you going to open your mind up to receive new intelligence if you can't let go of the old things? This Pan-African nonsense, all this melanin garbage and all that. Like I said, they ain't got nothing to do with us. That's the human race, man. That's all they think. Like I said, our people are closed-minded. They open-minded to the madness of this stuff still here, and they want to bring it, and then they want to try to sit up here and justify bringing it and telling, well, with certain people that just can't let it go. So I mean, do you discard? Yeah, we discard them. We ain't got time to be like, oh, we trying to work with y'all, or oh, we trying to work with y'all. No, we ain't working with them. We got our babies to think about. That's what my thinking is. We got our babies to think about. I don't want my babies around your baby. I don't want you sitting around here telling your son watching you get high. You understand? And I'm over here trying to. I'm staying straight and sober and whatnot. I'm trying to teach my son that and whatnot. And your son coming and he watched you get high. So now he bringing weed from your stash over and trying to get my son to smoke weed with him.
Right.
You understand? That's how the poison starts. It always starts with some ignorant Negro, because how they say the weakest link in the chain. You know what I'm saying? That's the strongest. How they go? The strongest link in the chain. The weakest link.
Right.
Yeah. So as soon as you have one bad apple in the batch, you got to take it out, brother. That's that cancer.
Well,
these Negroes got mental cancer, man. These Negroes got mental cancer.
You're on point, bro.
A lot of these Negroes got mental cancer, man. They sick. They're sick in the head from all this stuff they consumed, and they want to keep consuming, but they want to try to get well. That's why the brother called here and tried to talk, but he don't want to let things go. If you ain't willing to, like I said, you want to be, it's like the dope fiend who want to be clean and sober, but he don't want to stop putting the needle in his arm.
Right, I guess it's calling them like Pookie, but
yeah,
man,
yeah.
You know, hey man, but man, we ain't got time for them, man. I mean, honestly, man, I don't like to sound so cold-hearted, but hey, man, if you don't want us to cross over, man, and get on nothing proper, man, stay with them subliminals, man. Fuck them.
We trying to bring out. We trying to set up state of mentoriums in the name of Amen in every city out here. Same way the nation. We trying to get it going like the old nation how it got. That's what we trying to focus on for the evolution of our people. Because that when our people came together under that message of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and when they came together under that, they were strong and they was respected. So we trying to recreate that again in the state of mental. Only without the Islam. We got mentellect now. So that's what we checking for in the 21st century. We about the intelligence community. Forget the black community. This is an intelligence community.
Thank
right?
you. You keep that African shit.
Yeah, keep that African nonsense. Thanks for calling in, brother.
Peace, bro.
Peace. Next call. 914.
How you doing, nigga?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing well, it's Cartel. Beautiful topic.
Mr. Menquez, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing well.
Number the state of mental. Soldier in the state of mental.
Yes. So, I'm just connecting with tonight's topic, whatnot, and I just had to bring it back because a lot of people they get on their calls and they start getting off topic and whatnot, and it's like there literally is no real black leaders in the community. You go to every community, you got people who got their community centers set up, and they talk all this jive and all this BS basically, but they're not really doing anything. It looks like they're doing something. It appears that way, but they're really not. So, I just want you to, bring that back up to speed,
Yeah. Well, like I said, a lot of these things, when you see our black people coming together and they, like I said, these Negroes trying to get money. All these so-called leaders that the ones who claim they're the successors of the people I mentioned, like Drew Ali and all of them, and Elijah and all of them, like I said, a lot of these guys are poor substitute teachers. A lot of these guys are just trying to get money. A lot of these guys, they got their pastoral things going on the wall, so they trying to go around doing speaking engagements, and they trying to get money. Right? They trying to live in palatial mansions and stuff like that. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with having money or living nice, but earn your money. Earn your goddamn money. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad earned his money. You understand? He earned it. Having to deal with our people, he earned his money. You understand? Earn your money. You want to go around and don't do nothing for the people. You just want to sit up here, get rich, and give your money to the white man so you can run around here with designer suits on and stuff like that. Like I said again, there's nothing wrong with making money and having nice clothes and nice things, but earn your money. Do something for your money other than just trying to take it from the people. Sitting around here conning them with some biblical nonsense and some Quranic nonsense, and you trying to tell people in 21st century about some parable about Jesus and Abraham and what Muhammad did, and and God and the devil, talking to us like we goddamn children. You understand? And y'all sitting up here listening to this madness.
So basically, they don't really aid in the gathering of the community. They aid in, they lead in individuality.
Yeah, that's yeah. That they push individuality. That's all it's about. Because, like I said, the more people you got coming, like the more people you got in an individualistic mindset, that's easy to manipulate them. And it's easy to manipulate people. See, because once people start getting together, they start talking and they start thinking, and heat is generated. And actions are going to be generated. Things start, but see, like for example, I'll give you an example in the conscious community, right? Those Negroes have the individualistic mindset, right? That's why everything is Ashe, Hotep, more Moorish power, this, that, and that. They have all these different ideologies, right? And everybody got their own different look, and they all want to be individuals. Yet it's not getting our people nowhere. I don't see no schools for our babies. I don't see no independent enterprises for our people. Nothing. I just see a bunch of Negroes following the same old Islamic, Masonic, shrinerdom that they got from the white man, and they trying to put in blackface. That's all I see our people doing. All I see our people doing is getting together in social events and gatherings, putting on a bunch of costumes and onks and getting black for the night, or, when they want to have, like I said, it replaced the club. That's not going to bring our people together. That's not people coming together. Being at a social gathering, being seen and listening to a bunch of rappers, a bunch of people who couldn't make it in the real hip-hop world, trying to allow something to be rappers in the conscious community. Look, we don't need that. We need a real movement. We need to be doing things on the level of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, of Marcus Garvey, and better, because we are the ascendants of these people. We came after them, so we're supposed to be doing things on a greater level, not things on a lesser level. It seems like with this generation, here we come from being the almond beings on earth, those beings that came from on high and from out of the heavens, out of the universe onto this planet, and then it just seemed like a degeneration just started and just kept on starting. Then we went down to being Egyptians, and then we were just building governments, and we were going all over being the Olmecs, building the first governments. Then it broke down to us going into bondage to people. Then it broke down to us being in bondage in America. Then it broke down to us being amongst the Africans. You understand? Then it broke down to us in the damn hoods of America, being in jail, locked up, trying to sell drugs. Now it breaks down to us in the so-called conscious community, talking about Ashe and Hotep and talking about the good old days when everybody was had the movements and this, that, and the third. So now we down to half organizations and movements and stuff like that, and there's nothing being accomplished. So it's like it's a degeneration as in other words, as with each new generation, we're supposed to be getting better, more advanced, but we done got worse.
Yep, because they're selfish, and it's like it's sad that when you come into this world and like you're born whatever, and you're taught selfishness, you're not taught to look into the future anymore, and that's sad. It's like I find myself being fortunate just to I was just born a different type of way. I was born always looking into the future. I kind of lost it a little bit, on my journey. I'm sitting there, I was dabbling in certain aspects of life that I should have been getting into, but I actually had to go into those certain aspects of life to learn what I want to see in my future. I don't want my future seeing all these niggas on TV rapping about nothing, talking about drug dealing, because none of that stuff is good. Holy water? Are you serious? That's what you selling your people? That's what you're going to be selling your children? Because I already know damn well if you see your son up in his house or up in your house smoked out on some holy water, you're going to be fucking tight. Excuse my language. But you're going to be tight.
Yeah.
But they don't, I guess they don't think that far into the future.
No, well, the black man, he don't think. That's why I said see, people like Marcus Garvey, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Noble Drew Ali, they was trying to think for the future. That's why they built these movements up. But obviously, they're so-called successors. They're not thinking like that. They're thinking about the here and now. Like I said, that's how you can sit up here and talk about you setting up a building fund that for 25 years you've been setting up funds and whatnot, and people been contributing to it. They ain't nothing built yet. You know what I mean? Or, like I said, church fund, building fund, educational fund, whatever the damn fund is. You know what I'm saying? Just keep giving money, keep throwing money into a damn bottomless pit. You understand? And these Negroes will keep traveling around the world off of your money. You know what I mean? Big pimping. Because that's what it's all about. Like I said, big pimping. That's what it's all about. Like I said, it comes a time, like I said, where somebody got to stand up and say something. And I know it ain't popular my conversation ain't popular in the world. That's fine. It ain't meant to be popular. It ain't meant to be. This ain't a popularity contest. I'm not interested in all the slick talking and the hotepping and the Asheing and the sidestepping and the vegan talk and all that BS. You know what I mean? I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in the evolution of my people. That's the only reason I'm up here even teaching. If it's not going to be about the evolution of my people, then I'll sit the hell down. You will not hear from ᴛᴏᴅᴅɪṛs again at all if it's not about the evolution of my people. I'm tired of hearing about, you Negroes go to a social gathering, aka the conscious community, or a social gathering, to hear some old worn-out Negro talking about Egypt and Sirius A, same thing over and over and over again, making up stuff just to get your $25, and you think you did your part for the movement or the evolution of people because you set your ass in a damn you set your ass in some boring hot auditorium or school somewhere, school auditorium, some old Negro saying the same thing all over and over again, talking about, oh, he heavy and he deep. How? The hell out of here with that
bullshit.
Yeah. Go get your doo-doo boots out. I said when they start coming, these Negroes, come get your doo-doo boots out. I mean, because that's what you're going to get deep. You're going to get deep doo-doo. You're going to be in deep doo-doo. Because like I say, ain't nobody talking about building nothing. Ain't nobody talking about coming together. Ain't nobody talking about our people coming together as one new people. Like I said, how the Italians are, how the Jews are, that's coming together. Ain't no, I'm this kind of Jew, I'm that kind. They Jews, that's it. Ain't no, I'm this kind of Italian. No, they Italians, that's it. Same way in the state of mentality. No, he this kind of mentality. We mentalians, we mentalists, that's it. We mentalians, that's it. We raising our flag in the name of Amen, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no African over here, I'm Muslim over here. We done rejected all that, man. We're not even looking at that no more. We one mind, one body, and one soul in the name of Amen. That's it. You understand? We standing up on that. One new mind, one new body, one new soul in the name of Amen. That's it. As the Amen race. That's it. And like I said, at least we come together to stand on something that they ain't. And the beautiful thing about what we teaching is it is new. It's not sitting around here. It's not dependent on any old stuff of the past that people want to drum up and keep sitting up here worrying about, keep thinking that somebody going to give you, some white man going to give you some land or some sovereignty or some treaties or some madness like that. Like I said, to sit up here and for, and I said, I notice a lot of our sisters, they running into that Moorish thing and whatnot, because you know how the black woman is. The black woman, like I said, the average black woman, I'm not talking to all the sisters. I'm not talking to the intelligent sister. I'm talking about the average black woman who's under the spell of ignorance. You know how they do. They want to run to anything where they think they're going to get something, some kind of monetary or some sort of financial thing. That's why they all attracted to the Moorish thing, because they listen to these cats who, they listen to these cats, these feds on their head telling them, yeah, sister, if you know the laws on this and you know what you are, and they love all the slick talk and all the jargon and all the slick talk and the feds and whatnot, and so they see a big gathering of people there. Of course, they going, oh, this must be the right thing to do. I'm Moorish too. Yeah,
exactly. Because when it comes down to it, they still attracted to the rappers. They still attract the Lil Wayne, Young Jeezy with that hustle mentality. That's exactly what they attracted to.
Yeah, that's all it's about. It's a bunch of fast-talking niggas. That's all it is. A bunch of fast-talking, like I said, the Negroes that walk in the damn revolving door behind you and come out in front of you. Yep. The hustlers. Playing games with our people. We ain't got time to play games with nobody no more, man. Them days is over, man. We ain't got time to play games with nobody no more. We too late in the game. Too many things going on. Our people, like I said, people talking about people coming together, they circling their wagons, so our people better be smart enough to start circling their wagons around the intelligent people. And we, like I said, the rest of you Negroes, like I said, we trying to harness the intelligence, because once we start harnessing our intelligence and whatnot, and we start thinking into the future, look out. You know what I'm saying? Just move out our way. We ain't got time to sit up here and babysit you Negroes and listen to you talk about, well, brother, why you got to? Look, it ain't nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. Either lead, follow, or get the F out the way. That's how it's going down here. That's the mentality we got. Ain't no more talking no more. We out here soldiering up for our people. We ain't out here playing no game. We ain't listening to no Young Jeezy and no Lil Wayne or some damn listening for the new Red Cafe tape. You know what I mean? Or CD or whatever the hell these Negroes talking about, or what the new kush you niggas gonna smoke tomorrow and blow your minds out. We're not up here talking like that. These is clear thinking brothers who will come, and sisters that are coming together in the name of Amen to raise the Amen race. Those of our people who ain't with that, oh well, have a nice day, man. This is for the future evolution of our people.
Well, Well, I'm gonna let you go because I'm sure you got other callers, and let you finish up the broadcast. And you have a good night, man.
Beautiful hearing from you, brother. All right. Brother Cartel Menquez, young brother in the state of Mental. We're going to play a little bit of music because we have about 30 minutes left. I know I've been spitting a lot of fire tonight, and, I'm passionate. I'm not mad at anybody. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at anybody. It's not about anger. I never get angry at anybody. People mistake my passion for the evolution of our people as anger, and that I'm mad at the so-called quote-unquote conscious people, the Negroes in the hood, you 9 to 5 Negroes. Like I said, I'm not mad at y'all. Y'all going to be who y'all going to be. Y'all going to do what y'all going to do. This is only to bring out the intelligent ones who are amongst you who thought that, oh, this is, what else are we supposed to do? Well, no, there is something we could do. We got to state them intel. We got to state them intel. The first intelligence movement amongst our people, where we speeding up in our intelligence by way of solar intelligence. We speeding up. We teaching the knowledge or the intelligence of intellect. And this is real intelligence, not no fake intelligence, not something ᴛᴏᴅᴅɪṛs made up, not some cute little sayings or whatever he made up. No, this is real intelligence for an evolving people. We'll be right back. Marcus Garvey used to say, he used to say that, he used to put, I gotta kick this idiot out. There's always an idiot, like I said. There's too many idiots. Uncle Ruckus, you going, you an idiot. I always gotta kick an idiot out, You have people, I was going to say, Marcus Garvey, I should say, he made a statement about the uselessness of black people. He said, if you are useless over here, before he started talking about taking people back to Africa, he said, if you're useless over here in this society, then you're going to be useless to us when we go back to Africa. That's what Marcus Garvey said, right? So he was aware of this, growing tide of useless Negroes. See, because it was even back then when you had a bunch of useless Negroes back then who wasn't serious about the evolution of our people. The Negroes who want to come in here and shuck and jive and play games and ain't about the evolution. They're not really about the evolution of our people. They really just want to, they want to be spiritual. They want to be, they don't want to have to really be serious about nothing. They just want to do Tai Chi and be spiritual and smoke their weed and and watch black conscious videos and kung fu movies and go on dates. Basically, let the white man be in charge of everything. Let him just run everything, and you just keep talking about how much you hate him and how much he's the devil and stuff like that, yet you're not doing nothing for yourself. You just want to basically, our people want to live a carefree life of irresponsible behavior, and they don't want to do nothing. So talk like this turns our people off when I talk like this because I'm too serious. I'm not acting like a big kid. I'm too serious. I'm too, I'm too focused on the evolution of our people. I want something better for our people. We want something greater for our people. We want something greater for our babies. That's why people like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Marcus Garvey, Noble Drew Ali, they sacrificed themselves and putting themselves out there, because when you take on something like this, it becomes dangerous in your life. When you take on a mission like this to raise your people up, and you don't even have to raise your people to be against anybody. You could just take on the role of being the one who resurrects or raises your people by way of intelligence or anything that you're trying to do, and other people will have a problem with that. Even black people will have a problem with that. You have people talk about Marcus Garvey like a dog, that Sambo Coon Negro, W.E.B. Du Bois. He talked about Garvey like a dog, all right? He sat up there and talked about Garvey like a dog, call him all kind of the worst kind of names and whatnot, and trying to, make derogatory statements about how dark Garvey is, all that madness he did. I'm pretty sure at the behest of some white men who was paying him to do it, just to cause confusion. And then after that Negro, the funny thing, after Garvey passed away and all that stuff happened, they turned on W.E.B. Du Bois. The white man turned on him, and that Negro, what did he end up doing? He ended up going to Africa and living, and he stayed there, never came back, died over there in Africa, still buried over there in Africa. But he clowned Marcus Garvey about going to Africa. See? Now you see that? Right? Now with Elijah Muhammad, like I said, you had plenty of people hating on Elijah Muhammad. They hated on the messenger. Dick Gregory, all these black conscious Pan-African whatever Negro, they hated on the Honorable Elijah Muhammad because they hate to see a black man with respect, with power, right? With the cooperation of black people, something that's hard to do. to get our people to cooperate, to get our people to work together, to get our people to put away their egos and come together to be strong as one new people. You understand? So a lot of people hated Elijah Muhammad because of that, because he had the ability to do that. That man had the power and the ability to do that, to bring our people together. He stood up when a lot of these Negroes wouldn't. You know, Dick Gregory, while he was sitting around here at the Playboy Mansion, probably had white girls sitting on his lap over there doing shows for Hugh Hefner, talking about how great he was. Like I said, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was up here out here raising our people. But then you want to sit around and call Elijah Muhammad a pimp, right? But you was sitting up here entertaining a white pimp, Hugh Hefner, right? You had no problem with that. You sat up here and talked about how great Hugh Hefner was, right? But you crapped on Elijah Muhammad, another so-called black man. Because that's your Uncle Tom mentality. That's your Uncle Tom mentality. And Dick Gregory, yeah. You don't want to see, and that's the mentality of a lot of the black men. That's another reason why our people can't come together, because we don't like to see other black people exalted. We don't like to see the person who's doing the work to exalt our people, because we get this mentality like, I'll follow the white man, but I ain't following you. I'll follow the white man, but I ain't following you. But don't you understand, when you say I ain't following you, you're talking about not following Amen. You're talking about not following the Supreme Being. Why do I say that? Because if we are the manifestations of Amen, and the white man and the rest of the human race, don't even forget the white, but the human race, they're the manifestations of the beast, then what are you saying you following? Because when we talk about the Most High, or God, as you want to refer to him as, we're talking about a race of people. It's talking about us. And if you're talking about the beast, you're talking about the human race. That's the human race is the beast. So if you follow in the ways of the beast, I don't care how much you Asheing and Hoteping and whatnot, if you ain't following the ways of coming together collectively with the elect or the chosen people who are putting away the madness, then you following the beast. Like I said, you people who are in the conscious community with your Pan-Africanism, you following the beast, man. Because that was his whole idea to call Africa a continent. So 200, 300, 500, 700, 800 years up later, however long it took, you're still following the beast. If you following Islam, you following the beast. If you following Christianity, you following the beast. If you following metaphysics, you following the beast. If you following Masonry, you following the beast. You understand? If you following Israelitism today, you following the beast. You understand? Real talk. You following the beast. But the only thing that's coming genuinely from Amen is intelligence. The only thing that ain't no religion, ain't no information, ain't no nonsense. That all that you talking about, that's coming from the beast, man. You understand? The only thing that's coming directly from Amen is mentellect. A lot of our people are not going to acknowledge that, and they're not going to pick that up, because Amen only deals with intelligence. He don't deal with no beliefs. He don't deal with no religion. They don't deal. The Amen beings don't deal with no belief, no religion. They straight up scientists, straight up logical people, straight up intelligent people who are only going to send intelligence to an elect or a chosen few. They're not sending no information down here. They're not sending no religion on this planet. They're sending logic and intelligence to move a people forward. You understand? In the name of the Omni race, or the Amen race, the continuous one, to move our people forward. That's the elect. That's what we're supposed to be coming together in the name of Amen, as the Amen race. Not no human race. You Negroes that still caught up in this human mentality, or this sub-mental mentality, like I said, you following the beast, man. You the people that's spoken about in the book of Revelations that follow the beast. You understand? The so-called children of Israel. That's the majority. That's the black race. The 2/3. That's the black race. Y'all following the beast. You understand? You still following his ways. You can't let go of his ways. You still want to smoke weed. You still want to smoke holy water. You still want to tattoo yourself up. You want to go to the conscious community and Ashe and Hotep and whatnot. And now you Negroes want to follow them into veganism and fruitarianism and all this madness. Y'all want to just eat fruit and vegetables. When this clown Minister Inky could not name these so-called black people, him sitting up here telling his lies. He couldn't sit up here and tell the name of these black people that supposedly follow this vegan diet. He couldn't even sit up here and do that, yet he claimed that this is the reason why we're supposed to be following it. And a lot of you simple-minded Negroes who into that vegan thing, you believed him. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with eating vegetables and things like that, but like I said, we cook our food. You understand? That's what separates us from the animals, yet you got certain people trying to take us into an animalistic state. certain things are not meant to be cooked, like fruit and stuff like that. But, certain vegetables are meant to be cooked. You understand? But you could get somebody to come, and as long as groups like PETA making veganism popular, and like I said, you got salmonella and all this other kind of bacteria on the plants, and they tell you don't boil your food, don't cook your food, don't use the heat and the water to kill the bacteria on your food. They telling you don't do that, and you're going to pick something up off the damn ground and just eat it. If you're gonna pick something up off the ground and eat it, what's the difference in a piece of candy or whatever? Since you're gonna pick something, let a piece of candy fall in the dirt or whatever, you might well pick it up, wash it off, and just go ahead and eat it. That's the same way you're thinking. If you're talking about you're gonna be a raw vegan, you're just gonna pick the fruit up or the vegetable off the thing and just rinse it off and eat it. You understand? No, we not them type of people. We put fire to our food because we're fire beings. And any real food that stands up, any real food that has nutrients is going to be or carry that nutrients beyond just the fire. Like when Dr. Sebi said, he said you can cook callaloo and certain green vegetables and you could cook it down to an ash and it's going to still be alkaline. It's going to still maintain its pH. You understand? It's not going to cook the nutrients out. Minister Inky. You understand? But unfortunately, our people in the conscious community are full of a bunch of Minister Inkies. They're full of black people who are trying to get over on people. They're full of people who got that hip-hop mentality where they're not trying to be cooperative and come together because they're not about anything positive or uplifting or evolving our people. They're about the destruction. They're about the degeneration of our people. Don't be fooled by the pretty talk and the share and the whole tap and whatnot, because if nothing's getting done, if no schools are being built, no independent businesses are being built, no communities are being started, no nothing where we can sell, no children are being graduating, becoming doctors and lawyers and things like that, things we need, because a lot of these Negroes step into, when you talking about your black power this and your black power that, but when you Negroes get sick, you running right to the white man. You running right to his hospitals. Or you get shot or stabbed or anything, because I hear these niggas talking, we don't need to be no doctors. We could just use holistic medicine. And holistic medicine is that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with holistic medicine in the long run of healing. But if somebody gets shot, if somebody gets stabbed, if somebody falls and hurt themselves, you need a trauma doctor. If the sister having a baby and the baby, she's bleeding to death, what you going to do? You going to rub herbs on her? No, you need doctors for that. You're going to run to the white man. All the black power talk, the Panthers talk, how many of them graduated their children through college, through medical school, through law school, something that you're going to need in the future? How many of them did that? With all the black power talk. You understand that? With all the black power talk, how many of these people graduated their kids through medical school, through law school, to become scientists, things that a real community, a real nation needs? Everybody talk black nation, black power. And like I said, for the life of me, I still can't understand why Negroes is upholding the Black Panthers. I still don't understand that. Because all them niggas ever did was sleep with white women and wanted rights in America. That's all they ever did. They never advocated forming their own nation. They just wanted some rights in America. That's all them Negroes ever did was sleep with white women and rob banks and talking about feeding some kids some school lunch. Trying to feed some school lunch. That's the best you could do? Where the schools at? Where the universities at? Where the colleges that y'all starting? I'm going to be for real for that. That's what happens when you got a bunch of misguided Negroes, because they mind is on other things. Their mind is on the white man, fighting the white man and black power, but you really don't really want to fight him. You just mad because he ain't sharing in the spoils with you. That's really what it's about. But the people who are nation-minded, nation builders, they're going to create something for themselves. They're not sitting around waiting on people to do anything for them. Right? They're not sitting around waiting for people to do nothing for them. They're not sitting around waiting for a ashe and a hotep and, sister, things going to get better. Or, brother, things going to get better. Or, if we take this paperwork in to the court system and with our sovereign, with our feathers on, and we get on, and we stand on our square, and we tell the white man, we have these bylaws and codes and whatnot. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You understand? Yeah, like I said, we coming together in the name of Amen. The first and the last and the continuous. A new nation, one new mind, one new body, one new soul, one new state, a new state of people. That's what we raising in the state of mental. We here in New York City. We trying to get around to the country to raise up the intelligence of our people. And we ain't against this society or no other society. We're not against this society. It ain't got nothing to do with our evolution. Has nothing to do with the destruction of anything. Our evolution is just that. We want to start thinking for ourselves collectively. We want to start receiving this new intelligence collectively. We want to start thinking again. We want to start jump-starting our minds to move forward in the name of Amen, in the name of this omni-intelligence and the supreme or solar intellect or intelligence that's coming through us, that's pushing us forward into a state of mental evolution and physical evolution. That's what we're here to do. The people who not with that because it ain't enough people, or we ain't wearing no funny hats, or we ain't got no treaties, or it don't involve interacting with the white man or going to court and telling him, oh, you're going to obey my laws and my treaties and I'm an empress and all this BS. You understand? Then stay the hell over there. We don't want you. Y'all playing games. You playing games. You're not about the evolution of the people, because the first stage of evolution is to police and control yourself. Police and control yourself. And a lot of our people just don't want to do that. They don't want to cut away at the old things. They don't want to police themselves. They don't want to discipline themselves. They don't want to stop getting high. They don't want to stop drinking. They don't want to stop being gay and lesbian, whatever the hell they doing, or writing all over themselves because they don't lost their mind. So don't tell me nothing about the white man. You Negroes are rotten to the core mentally. You understand? We want people who have healthy minds, healthy bodies, people who are trying to advance in their way of thinking, who ain't sitting around blaming the white man because it's not his fault. It is not the white man's fault for what has happened to our people. It's our fault for being stupid and trusting everybody. That's our fault for having this one love, we are the world mentality like you dreads, a lot of you Rastafarians do. That Uncle Tom mentality. A lot of you black folks here in America still got that Uncle Tom, we are the world, love everybody. But like I said, you look in your neighborhoods, nobody thinking like that with you. They nation-minded. They still nation-minded. They state-minded. They community-minded. Not you. Not you. Not you, black man. Not you, black woman. You knock each other down to get the next Malaysian wig to put on your head, glue on your head, and then you wonder why. Then you sitting up here, your hair falling all out. Or you sisters natural now, but you want to go be with the white man or some other race. You want to love everybody. You understand? I'm not saying hate everybody. I'm not saying love nobody neither. We're supposed to be coming together collectively and learning to love each other again as one new people. One new people in the name of Amen. And I said Amen because people say, I said Amen. When I said our people are the Amen race, they was like, where you come up with that from, brother? Very simple. If you acknowledge that Amen was God, and our people acknowledge that Amen was the supreme being or the king of the gods, and we say we are descendants of the gods, or as the 5% said, we are gods, then the original term for us would be Amen, because we acknowledge Amen as the replacement word of God. So then it would make sense for me to refer to us as Amen beings, would it not? If we saying we come from this God race, or that we the gods, or that we those ascendants, or those ascendant ones, or we are part of that bloodline legacy, then it would make sense for me to call us the Amen race, hello, and not the human race, those who were created, but those who were manifested here on earth from that bloodline connection, hello. That's why I refer to us as the Amen race, as the continuous ones. And that is it. Let me read these questions, and then we'll get out of here. It's been a good night so far, It's been a very good night. I want to thank the callers for calling in, like I said, and also on August 19th, we're going to be doing the Superman. It's not Superman, but the Solar Enlightenment. That's the tentative title for it right now. The Solar Enlightenment reception on May 19th. Malcolm X's birthday, May 19th. Where are the black leaders today and the focus? Where are the black leaders of today and the focus of nation building? The black leaders of today are gone. One will stand up though from amongst those who are playing games, and the focus will be on nation building again, a new nation, because we can't build a nation on the old teachings. We can't revive or breathe life into the old teachings. Those teachers came, Garvey, Elijah, Noble Drew came, and they taught what they had to teach, and that was it. It's time for someone else to come along in the 21st century. Why has this not continued into the present? Because our people are being taught by these conscious Negroes and a lot of these people who are promoting disunity, that we don't need no new movements, we don't need no new leaders, we don't need to come together. They promoting that disunity. And makes you almost wonder who's paying them off to promote that madness. What agenda are they, whose agenda are they serving? Because they damn sure ain't serving our agenda. Because every time we sitting around here disunited, we sitting up here listening to these people selling books and telling us about Egypt over and over and over again just to get money. Are black people supposed to be focused on nation building today? Yes, we are, because everybody else is. And I'm not saying that we supposed to be doing it because everybody else is, but that is an intelligent move. We have to be focused on, because nation building means not just building and erecting buildings and having land. That means building up your children, making sure they become intelligent, taking part in their education, forming schools for your children. You understand? Forming schools for your children, your own schools from grade 1 to 12 and whatnot, and then eventually working on building a damn college to educate them and having our people become the next doctors and lawyers and things like that. That's nation building. That's real nation building, because buildings and land come and go. Nobody owns the land and the buildings and whatnot. They come and go. Next thing you know, they'll be flooded out. But what continues is the intelligence of the people. All right? Is this the answer to black people's problems in the society? Yes, it is, because you wouldn't have had a Trayvon Martin. You wouldn't have had black men getting hung off trees and whatnot if our people was coming together, because if we came together, you wouldn't have to worry about that. Our people would be able to protect our women and our children and our babies collectively. But separately, we can't do a damn thing, because we got the individual mindset, and we need to cut these Negroes off who got the individual mindset, because they're going to run up under us when that time comes, when things get hot. Then they're going to want to run up under us, and then they want to be black or bright, or they want to be connected to us when things get hot, when they black behinds is left out there for the beast to devour. What is supposed to come out of this new society of the future? A new bright race of people, an ascendance, a God race, a real God race, a bright ones. That's what's supposed to come out of this next level of people. You understand that? So that's it. Join us on Friday for another hot topic. We're going to talk about the concentration of our people and why it is so off. So join us for that. I am the intellectual ʟᴜᴅ. This has been State of Mentel Radio. Join us Friday, and join us on May 19th for the next State of Mentel conference. Listen to the radio shows. Go to the ᴜᴜ.info to read what we all about. The ᴜᴜ.info. Good night.
Rising out the black race to the white race, out the black race to the white race. It's the republic of mental black race to the white race. If it's hell, and then it's hell us. They tried everything just to spell us. Fed us religion, gave us fake gods. Through all of that, we beat the odds. Now we coming together under one flag. Colors red, gold, and blue. Superman, Superwoman, that's me and you. The infinite.